Hello everybody, LilahsGigi here, and I'm going to show you how to make the bordered Banksia bracelet. The base of this is actually the Banksia bracelet by CrazyJustMightWork, Susanna HB on YouTube. She does have a tutorial for it, but because I'm adding the borders to it, I'm going to just go ahead and have it all combined here. So MDL Looms added a border, and it totally changes the look of the bracelet, and you'll see that when I when we get into it and I actually start doing this. So if you are not following MDL Looms on Instagram, hop on over to his account, like his photos, and give him a follow. And CrazyJustMightWork also. She has some gorgeous designs over there. So hop on over, like her photos, and give her a follow also. All right, so I'm going to set this aside. So time to grab my bands. I am going to use mother of pearl right here. I'm going to use Egyptian brown, and I'm going to use the Caribbean green. Okay. My border is going to be mother of pearl. So first thing you want to do is you want to create a cap band. Okay, should look like that. Get a little bit closer. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a leaf stitch. Now I'm going to show you two ways to do the leaf stitch. I'll show you this way twice, and then I'll go back to doing the leaf stitch like I always do. But you can add your color, and this will be the stem portion of it. And this is going to be the leaf portion. Okay, so I'm going to put that on here. Hold on to it. I'm going to take this band and just set it on that, and then attach the other side, and it will look like this. Okay, I'm going to pull that through the cap band without losing anything. Come on, there we go. Pull it all the way through, and then attach. Right? It will look like this. Now we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did, but we're going to flip it around. So you don't have to have a double-ended hook, but I like using them, so I'm going to use it in this tutorial. But if you don't have them, you can squeeze those, pull it off, and flip it around. Okay? So I'm going to scoot this down to the other end. Am I even focused? My goodness. Let's see. All right. And then I'm going to do that type of leaf stitch one more time. I'm going to put the stem portion on here. I'm going to take the leaf portion and pull it over and then attach. So it looks like this. Okay. Then I'm going to pull that through all three. Let me get that down here. I'm going to pull that through all three bands on my hook. Okay. Just like that. And this is what it will look like. All right. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to reach in. If you turn this to the side, you can see the bottom of this loop, this brown loop here, is right in here. So what we're going to do is reach in and pick it up, just like that. Okay? Just like that. So again, you can hold this down, remove them, and flip them around if you want, but I'm going to scoot down to the other side. All right. Now that I have this, I need to get this leaf stitch over here on the other side, so I'll be doing another leaf stitch. So the way I do my leaf stitch is take the color that I want. Oops, come on, I've lost my bands. The color that I want for my leaf is going to be on the bottom. And I'll lay the stem portion of it on the top, come up through the bottom, down through the center, and up. Whoops, get that back. Just like this. And then I'm going to pull that through all four of my loops on my hook. Just like so. Okay, and then close. Once you have three, you will be again reaching down and pulling out this gold or brown that's on this side. See on the side there? You reach in, and just attach it to your hook. Just like that. As soon as you have 4 on your hook, you're going to slide down to the other end and do another leaf stitch and pull it through all 4. Okay, my bands are sticking together, of course. So I'll probably do this with you a couple more times. So I'm going to lay down my leaf color, lay down my stem, pick them up through the bottom, down through the top, up through the bottom, and pull that through all 4. It's really warm here today and my hands are quite sticky. Okay, once you do that, then you attach that outside. Once you have the 3 here, you need to get 4 on here. You're going to reach down and grab this brown right here. Not the green, but the brown. This you can do so many different color combinations with this. It would just make it awesome. As soon as you have 4, you're going to slip it down to the other end or just turn it around. Take it off if you need to. And it will look like this. Okay, I'm going to do another leaf stitch. I don't know why these bands are so sticky today. Okay, another leaf stitch. My leaf, my stem goes on top, up through the bottom, down through the middle, up. Okay, I have 4. Now, this band right here might be in the way, so you can pull it down a little bit when you're pulling these through. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through all 4. And attach. Just like that. And it will look like this. See how cute that is? Leaf stitch, leaf, 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 and then you'll have this one on the other side. Once you have 3, you're going to go into the side, pick this up. You will then have 4. Hopefully you saw that. I'll do this with you one more time. Once you have 4, you turn it around or you slide it down to the other end of your hook and grab another leaf stitch. Remember, your leaf is going to be on the bottom and this is your stem. So up through the bottom, down through the center, and up. Just like that. Pull this through all 4. Make sure you get them all the way to the end there, all the way through, and then close. Okay. Once you have 3 on here, you're going to reach down. You can see this brown right here. It's the other end of this one, right here. So you're going to reach in the side, pick that up, like so. You have 4, and you turn it around. And then pull another leaf stitch through. Now, do that until it needs to be a little bit larger than your wrist. I think I made mine about 2 inches longer than my wrist because it does shrink up. Okay, so once you get to the end, I suggest you take your border color and pull it through all 4 bands on your hook and then add a C-clip. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to finish mine, and then I will be back when I'm done. Okay, so I am back with my finished bracelet, and as you can see, it is quite long. Let me just put it on my wrist and show you what the length is that I added. Okay, so I added this much, about 1.5 inches, I guess. Okay, so we'll see how far that goes. So the last thing I did here was I picked up the one right here from the inside here. Now, hopefully you were able to understand my instructions. If you could not understand my instructions and you want further instruction, you could pop on over to Suzanne HB, Suzanne-HB, I believe it is. Hop onto her account and look up the Banksia bracelet and see if you can't follow her better, just in case you had a hard time with mine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my border color and I'm going to just pull it through these 4 bands. And then you can use a C-clip if you want, but I am going to use my little trusty plastic, excuse me, my little plastic safety pin here. Okay. get it to close. There we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And you can see I did another one in black, white, and gold, and I just want to show you the center, how the center changes. See how the center changed? It looks like now that this has the rounded end instead of the outside here having the rounded end. So when you add a border to this, it definitely changes the look of the bracelet. Okay? Alrighty, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom, and I'll get a little bit closer here so you can see. And we have the cap band. And right next to the cap, actually I'm going to flip it over because, well, I don't have to, but I am, to where the first rounded part is on the left-hand side. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let me grab a hold of this. Like I said, it's really hot here, so my fingers are pretty slippery. Right. So what I'm going to do is you're going to go up through here, this brown spot right here. Okay? And we're just going to do a pull a band through. Oops. Pull a band through there and attach it, but not in the cap band. There we go. So you'll just pull a band through right there. Can you see that? All right. So now what we're going to do, and this side is a little bit harder than the other side, because once you pull these through, then they actually show on that side. So this band that goes, can't see it very well, can you? All right, let me get this out of the way. Let me just put this down for a second. This band right here, oops, sorry, this band right here, you have two bands in here on this side, and those are the bands that we're going to pick up, and we're going to go in through here and pick them up. You can see them right there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to reach in to the side and pull those two bands out, just like that. Okay, and as you can see, there's the other side of them. All right, I'm going to take a border band and pull it through all four bands on your hook, and then, whoops, I got to get it through all four of them. Come on. Just giving me a little bit. There we go. And then close. And it will look like this. Right? So we're going to go up to the next one, and you can see it's this loop right here. Going to reach into the side here and pull those bands up. Now if you can't find those bands by looking into the side here, what you can do, and I've had to do it before, is go in between here, right in here, and then pick up those two bands. Come on, am I going to, let me try this again. Two bands, and they are right there, way in there. Now let me try it this way. All right, I can see them now. I got that out of the way. And make sure that you get both. I only have one. Sometimes you'll have to pull this brown band or that other band out of the way. So I'm having a little bit of, now let's try this again. All the way through. Grab those two bands. Come on, Sandy, you can do it. And then pull them up. There they are. Now they're a little crooked and I want to straighten them out. So get over there. All right, so that it looks like this, and they're flat. Okay, once you do that, you're going to do the exact same thing you did before. You're going to take a border band and pull it through all four of those bands and close. Just like that. And you might want to try to make sure that your bands lay flat. They're nice and neat. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. If I give this a tug right here, you can see that this band that's rounded on the outside comes together right there. If I turn it sideways, I can see those bands and lift them both up, just like that. All right, I'll do this with you a couple more times. Take your border color pull it through all 4 bands on your hook and close. Just like that. It will look like this. Okay, I'll do that with you one more time. I'll pull this out. This is the band right here that I want to get. I want to get these 2 pieces right here. Okay, those 2 right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it sideways, and then I'm going to reach in and grab those 2 bands and pull them out. Okay? And then pull a band through. So, hopefully you got that. So go ahead and, let me get this band through here first. So go ahead and do that all the way up to the end. And when we get to the end, I will be back and show you how to finish it off at the top, and then we'll start up the other side. Alrighty, so I am back, and the last thing I did was I took this one right here. Okay, so this would be the next one we're going to take, but in the original one that I did, it didn't look quite right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull a border band through these 2, close, and then we're going to take the other end. You can take it off your C-clip if that's what you have, and we're just going to pull that through those 2 bands. Oops. And then put it back on your C-clip or your hook or whatever you have. Okay, so that will finish that end. Get in there, and oh, it's in the way. Come on, open up. Oh, I still missed it, didn't I? All right, there we go. So you just want to make sure that you have something holding that. Okay, so I'm going to clip that off. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and because of the way it's laid out, you don't have to worry about going down the other end. You can actually just turn it over and then go right back up. So just like we did here at the bottom, we went around this right here. We're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to turn it sideways. Okay, I'm holding the cap band in my hand. I'm going to slip this through here and put a single chain through there. Single band. Right, and close. Okay, so now if you take a look on this side, different than the other side, you can definitely see these bands now. So they'll be a lot easier to pick up. So because this is up so far, I'm going to add another band to this one that's on my hook. Okay, I don't want it to be too tight down there. All right, then turn it to the side. You can see those 2 bands. Reach in, easy peasy this time. Pick up those bands and attach a band to the end of your hook and pull it through all 4. And then close. Oop, and get it to close without losing it. All right, I'll get a little bit closer. I'll do this with you a couple more times and then leave you to your own devices. All right, so you can see the next one is right here. I'm going to reach in, grab those 2 bands, put them on your hook, pull a single chain through. All 4 that are on your hook. Whoops, that didn't work, did it? Let me grab this. I almost lost all that. I did. Just a second here. That goes through here. And now I have my, let me go back up here. Yeah, let's try this one again. Sorry about that, I lost that. All right, so I have my 2 chains on here. I'm going to reach in, pull a single band through. I mean, that happens. I don't know how many times I've lost a band and had to figure out where I was. Okay, go up to the next one, grab those 2 bands. I don't even know where that band went, and pull it through all 4 and then close. It will look like this. Now that doesn't look anything like the bracelet that I showed you earlier. I'll do this one more time. Okay. And pulling it through. Pulling the band through all four and then closing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and finish mine up to the top just like I did before. So this is what it should look like right now. And I will be back with you to close this off and then show you how to get that look that we got in the other bracelet. Alrighty, so I am back, and the last thing I did was I picked up these two right here. Can't see them very well, but I picked up these two right here, and I have them right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a single chain to this, and then I'm going to reach in and grab the other end of this band right here. If you use a C-clip, you just take it off your C-clip. Come on. Pull it through, the two that are on your hook, and then reattach. Okay? And you are done. You are done with that part of it. Now, let's take a look at what we have here. This is the Banksia with the borders not pulled. This is it pulled. Now, again, I did use, excuse me, I did use LE bands here, but watch what happens when you pull them. You grab the side, pull them out, and tug, and it moves the center bands closer together so they sort of look like a braid. Okay, see the difference here and here. And this is what this design up here is what MDL Looms, when he added the borders, I believe this is what he did to get that braided look out of it. So you just tug them. If you like it the other way, I suppose that could be a different variation without the pull, but this people had been asking for a tutorial for that particular design, and it was just adding the borders to the Banksia that Suzanne, CrazyJustMightWork, created. Okay, and it should look the same on both sides. Let me give it a bigger tug, but this is what it looks like. Okay, looks like this, and the same thing on the other side. So that is the Banksia variation by MDL_Looms. Suzanne HB on YouTube was the creator of the whole centerpiece. So you can actually hop on over there and give her a subscribe to her channel. She has some awesome tutorials on there. And you can see it's kind of thick. I mean, it's not too thick. Oh, and I did want to show you where it comes to. Look, almost perfect by going, well, actually it is perfect. You could put a C-clip on there and it would be the perfect size. So I went about 1.5 inches, maybe a little less than 1.5 inches, additional length to the original bracelet. All right, so bordered Banksia by MDL_Looms, and I guess I will add Suzanne HB in there too, since CrazyJustMightWork on Instagram was the originator of the this whole centerpiece. Hop on over to Instagram, MDL_Looms, and CrazyJustMightWork. Give them a follow. I'm also on Instagram under LilahsGigi. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, please give me a follow here on YouTube. And you can see that this one is much smaller than the other one. I was just playing around with this last night. Excuse me. So that's what we have. Beautiful bracelets, both of them. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching, and as always, be kind.